So you can talk about like checks. So if you're going to roll a check, you're going to roll your D20, the attribute, and if you have a mastery, like of the weapon, or I think of a spell too, right? Mm-hmm. Would that count? Okay. Yeah. So let's see.
Which is basically it's their version of training.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or proficiency.
And then
Same idea. Yep.
You can use might, agility, charisma, or intelligence. So the physical traits are the might and agility, the mental or the charisma and intelligence. And you can use your highest physical or mental save depending on how you've built your character.
Yeah, they've combined them together where it's just mental and then physical. So it makes every character have their own viability.
Yes. Yeah. Right.
And you're not min-maxing, so you're not stressing about all the numbers, so you can really focus on your character, on your storytelling, because you know it's functional and it's balanced, that you can build your wacky build like we love with Open Legend RPG.
Right.
You can build your wacky build, and it makes make sense.
Yep. And I think it's pretty well, from what I said, again, I haven't gotten to play test it yet, but it seems really balanced where there is give and take on what decisions you make. Ergo, like the smart fighter might not have as much health or defense.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I have an incoming child. Daddy? Yes, my love. We're streaming.
Puppies and children.
Puppies and children. So,
welcome to our family
very family-friendly stream.
And that's the thing. We love family games. We're always looking for things that we can incorporate our children into.
Yeah. And here is a system that I would love to share with children. I play games at a local library where I teach the locals about tabletop RPGs, specifically not 5th edition. So here's another one that I'm willing to put in my wheelhouse to share with family. That's what we're about. That's what our channel is about. I see in their Galaxy Fox Night Sky. That's what we do. We even want to teach our dogs to role play. It hasn't worked yet. We're trying.
To be fair, it's not our puppy. They're doing a great job with it.
We're trying with her. She's very young.
But
the next thing I was hoping to cover was the by 5 system.
Yes. Thank you.
So it escalates the good and the bad effects of what happens. So if you roll in D&D to hit something, you roll this massive roll, and then you roll for damage, and you get 1. And you're like, I mean, it's really defeating. You're like, I rolled so well to hit, and then my actual damage is so small. So in this system, you roll, and if you are 5 over, you get an extra damage, pretty much. And then if you're 10 over, that's called a brutal hit, and then you get another damage. So it stacks the damage.
Yeah. So which is great, because so weapons...
It makes it matter.
Well, and he was explaining it really well in his one YouTube video that he has, and if you read through it, you kind of get the idea, and that's one reason we like Open Legend, because your role, your entire role matters. So for me, he took that and put it into a system that made it comprehensive. So if your sword does 2 points of damage, and then you do above the target number, above their defense is 5. Now you're doing 3 or 4, or whatever, however it's simple math,
Yeah, there's always a flat damage if you get above, right?
Yeah. For each weapon, it's assigned.
And natural 20, you get +2 for your damage.
Right.
And natural 1, you do actually completely miss. So
yeah,
those really matter, which I love, because we all love the moments of the natural 20s and the natural 1s, which I got plenty of in Bomb Squad. But yeah, it makes those things matter. And next thing I have is the help action. So that's when you can add a 1d8 to your ally's roll by using one of your action points.
So this is not a spot I have studied a ton on yet. So I'd love to hear how when you read it and listened to about it, what stuck out to you? How does it work?
So he gave one example where it's the end battle. It is the crescendo of the fight. There's one more, the fighter guy is coming up. Every single player threw in a help so that this person had however many extra d8s to roll to make it one big epic slash down of the bad guy. So that's one way that it can, make it more epic.
Yeah, for sure. And who doesn't like helping their teammates out to complete something, or just buffing them? It's just the idea of the collaborative storytelling. And this is what DC20 brings to the table. You know, your 4 points that are spread throughout your turn, which is really cool. Like we've said, you don't take that all on your turn. You don't have to. And so you're able to be part of the whole ever-ending story in the combat and the movement and all of it. It just flows together.
It
and
requires a lot of strategy. So you're not spending them all right away, hopefully.
Right.
You know, in case you need it.
Now, I wonder, and I'm curious, because I have not sat at the table and played this yet. And that's something I think we're all kind of talking about because of the excitement and hype over this. But we really wanted to jump in and share our feelings about this. I know I did. Is the... I forgot where I was going with that. Sorry, I got excited as my wife's over here messing with stuff, and I love it, what she's doing. Wow.
I wanted to talk about one thing with Death's Door.
Oh, yes. That was something that stuck up. Remember?
That's when you hit 0 HP, you're at Death's Door. You are not unconscious. You are not actually, like, down. So you need to hit actually -3 HP to actually be officially dead. But it gives the character a chance to, instead of be unconscious, blat, you're dead. You know, it gives them a chance to, if they do actually get hit, they can role play out amazing death scenes and stuff like that, or recoveries back, you know, and all that. So you have this little wiggle room.
Well, much like, so we have people talking in the channel, much like they're saying, and Dungeon Coach did an amazing job explaining it, the healing matters.
Healing does matter.
Healing matters.
Yes.
And it's not the yo-yoing, as I always call it in D&D 5th edition, which drove me insane as a professional dungeon master. Oh, it drove me nuts. I don't like that. I go down, I get up. I go down, I get up. No, man. That's why one big thing that sold me about Pathfinder 2nd edition was the wounded. Like, you go down, you're getting wounded, so now you're not doing as well. And it allows the flavor of explaining your wounds, but this has a similar feeling. Because, you know, you have that section, it's like, oh no, I'm dying.
And you don't have as many health points anyways. It's a lower health point system. So each point matters a lot more.
Exactly. And so that has that it gives it that tense feeling.
Yeah.
It gives it the storytelling elements that, you know, and then like your healer, like somebody said, could actually become quite the spotlight.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know.
Which I feel like they don't usually get.
It's not in 5th edition.
In Open Legend, we gave healing a little bit of a boost because we wanted to make their heals. You know, what did you do to change the healing in Open Legend?
Add half level.
Add a half level to it. Yeah.
Just because it felt lackluster.
Yes, like we needed more.
Or you had to flavor it all, where they weren't like dying; they just got knocked unconscious, and it becomes this like gray area of like, are we cheating the system? But this, it's there. So DC20 already has it well planned.
Did you guys talk about the stacking yet? Sorry, I have returned.
Welcome back.
We talked about Death's Door.
We have not fully talked about stacking.
Yeah.
So I know it's. Would
Do you mind if I jump into that?
Take it over.
Because the healing is a nice way too. That another thing I think he kind of I don't want to say borrow, but taking the best of like Pathfinder, because I love in Pathfinder, critical success, critical failure is 10 over, 10 under.
Yeah.
So for him, it's every 5.
Oh, we did talk about 5s.
You did talk about the 5s. Sorry. That's
No,
what I
you're
was-
good. No.
And you always have a
about,
base
'cause the healing
heal.
is the same.
You always heal 2.
Yep.
Unless you get a nat 1, then you don't.
That's the only time it fizzles. Right.
But you always will heal.
Yeah, but that generates great story. Why did it fizzle? What caused?
Yeah.
Like that's to me, that's part of the fun of the story making element.
I love that. I love the 5, both up and down. I love those things. The nat 20, nat 1 is just not enough for me personally.
Nope.
That's why I love in Pathfinder having the 10 over. Open Legends the same. 10 over is exceptional success. So with this, I love the tier system of it. With every 5, you're getting more.
So I don't know if you caught, we do have Dungeon Coach in here.
What?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey.
Thank you for popping in.
He's in here chatting about it with us too.
Oh,
and
that's wonderful.
I'm blown away by this, Coach. For real. Like
Yeah.
I love it. Sorry, I don't know if you saw. I was putting my kids back in bed.